Hello my friend, hope you're happy, hope you're peaceful. It's your old pal Sean, and I'm asking for your help today. My new podcast, Mindfulness for Gamers, has now launched. You can either listen to the first episode here after this little intro, but you'd be doing me a huge favour if you could follow the link in the description and listen to it on the new podcast, and then subscribe and leave a review. If you like it, then please do share with anyone you think would be interested. I hope you enjoy it. Wishing you peace and happiness. When you're struggling with anxiety overload, have you ever wished for a cheat code that could turn the volume down on your stressful thoughts? Rewriting the rules for your rumination is simpler and closer than you might believe. Welcome to Mindfulness for Gamers. Hello my friend, hope you're happy, hope you're peaceful. Welcome to the first episode of a new podcast designed to help you to grasp the basics of mindfulness so you can live a calmer, happier, more peaceful life. My name's Sean and I look forward to walking with you on this journey. Imagine that you're 11 years old, you live in a one-bedroom house in a tiny town, and you wake up one day, go downstairs and tell your mother that you're leaving to travel the world by yourself to capture 151 kinds of wild animal. Your mother, having an informal approach to parenting, decides that absolutely makes sense and this is just the kind of thing that 11-year-olds do. She suggests you go and talk to the only other homeowner in town, a professor of zoology who has no data whatsoever on animals, and his grandson who has decided that you are his arch-rival. I am of course talking about Pokemon Red and Blue, which I spent many years playing and replaying in my younger days. When you take a step back, the premise of the game is pretty unusual, but for me, where the game was most unrealistic was that your character went around Kanto, meeting new people and starting conversations. I mean, it helped that everyone in the world had only one hobby, Pokemon, and didn't seem to be interested in talking about anything else. But it's also noticeable that the protagonist never speaks. In fact, no main character in any of the series says a single word to anyone. That part, at least, I could relate to. For some folks, meeting new people just seems to be part of their DNA. They actually enjoy it, the maniacs. But for me, that part of the operating system seemed to be missing, or at least it was a huge struggle because of the anxiety I felt being around other people. I experienced this as a constant aspect of my youth and early adulthood, but over the last 10 years, practicing mindfulness has massively reduced the impact that anxiety has on me and allowed me to live the life that I want to. A bit like a fretful Magikarp evolving into a mighty Gyarados. Well, maybe not a Gyarados, but something less rubbish than a Magikarp. A shiny Magikarp. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that there's, unfortunately, no magic wand that you can wave to remove your anxiety. There's no pill that you can take or therapy available that will make it disappear. The seeds of anxiety exist within everyone. Even Gary Oak, with his too cool for school attitude, was afraid to lose. But we did beat you, Gary. We thrashed you. The point is, mindfulness is more like a dimmer switch. By practicing a little every day, we can reduce the intensity and frequency of anxious thoughts. Mindfulness isn't about trying to clear your mind. No one can. It's not about trying to be happy or calm, and it's certainly not about trying to achieve enlightenment or nirvana. Mindfulness is about the here and now, focusing 100% of your awareness on whatever it is that you're experiencing in a non-judgmental way. It's about being present with and accepting your current experience, whatever that is. Many people stop at their first attempt at meditation because their mind is busy or they're feeling anxious. But rather than avoiding our anxiety, we can learn to accept what we're feeling, even if it's difficult. So when your mind says, for example, that everyone is judging you, you can smile to your brain and say, "Oh, you," which sounds like a joke, but in the practice, being aware of your thoughts and taking a step back from them rather than being swept away is hugely powerful in reducing the impact of difficult feelings And I'll talk about this more in later episodes. But to be able to sit comfortably with our thoughts, we have to start by training ourselves to spend time being aware of our current experience. The present moment is the only place where we can be happy. When we let go of the past, we let go of our regrets. When we let go of the future, we let go of our worries. Anything that grounds us in the here and now will, over time, improve our mood and reduce our anxiety. And you can be mindful of any part of your experience. What you're experiencing in your body, it might be relaxation, it could be tension that you feel in your back, it could be the contact that you have with the floor. You can apply it to your thoughts and feelings. You can observe your thoughts like clouds passing across the sky. You can apply it to a conversation, being fully aware of what someone is sharing with you. You can apply it to your environment, focusing our awareness on everything we can see in, for example, a tree. We can apply it to our walking, our eating, our senses. Anything you can experience, you can be mindful of. And a good way to start to do this is to focus on the body and breath. So let's do an awareness exercise that I use as a settling in introduction for guided meditations. So take a moment to get yourself into a comfortable sitting position and just allow your eyes to close. So the first thing that we might observe is our posture. And you can imagine that there's a thread attached to the crown of your head, and it's gently pulling you upwards into an upright position. Your spine like a stack of coins. Your heart raised upwards and outwards. Your hands comfortably in your lap. You might notice what you're feeling in your body. That might be warm areas or cold areas. It might be the feeling of contact with the chair and the floor. It could be hunger or thirst. Just checking in with what you can feel in your body. And we can focus our awareness on our in-breath and out-breath, that column of air between our nose and our diaphragm. And you might start to notice how your in-breath feels cooler on the way in, warmer on the way out. You might notice how your shoulders rise as you breathe in, how your stomach falls as you breathe out. You might notice the rhythm of your breath, not trying to breathe in any particular way, just in a way that feels comfortable for you. And you can notice where an out-breath ends and an in-breath begins, and where an in-breath ends and an out-breath begins. And it really is as simple as that. Congratulations, you're now practicing mindfulness. And it can make a huge difference to your well-being. Practicing a little bit every day for a few weeks is enough to experience those benefits. If, like me, you're somebody who worries, meditation can really help. I've experienced anxiety my whole life, and mindfulness is the only thing that I've found that really reduces the impact that it has on me. Being mindful isn't about trying to get rid of thoughts and feelings. It's learning to be okay and comfortable with them, smiling to what we feel, accepting what we feel, even our anxiety. I always felt a great deal of shame about my social anxiety, and what I realised was that it was that shame rather than the anxiety that caused most of the suffering. How you react to what you experience puts you on the path of happiness or the path of suffering. And believe it or not, it doesn't matter where you are in life, whether you're on Victory Road about to be crowned Pokemon Master or still stuck on Route 2 battling Caterpie trainers, happiness is possible. But we can talk more about those paths in future episodes. For now, I would invite you to sit with me for a 10-minute guided meditation. Take a moment to get yourself settled in and be mindful of the golden rule. You will have thoughts while you try and meditate. That's okay. No one can sit for an extended period without having a thought. When a thought arises, smile to it, allow it to leave, and gently bring your attention back to your breath. I'll start with 3 sounds of the bell, and with each further bell, I'll give you a phrase to repeat to yourself while you breathe. Don't try and push it. Don't try and aim for a specific outcome. Simply allow your mind to settle and try to enjoy the experience. Your mind will get bored, but that's exactly what we want to happen. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. In, out. Breathing in, my breath grows deep. Breathing out, my breath goes slow. Deep, slow. Breathing in, I calm my body and my mind. Breathing out, I ease everything. Calm, ease. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I let go. Smiling, releasing. Breathing in, I establish myself in the present moment. Breathing out, I realize it is a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. And as we reach the end of the guided meditation, just taking a moment or two to notice any changes in your body. Might be areas of relaxation. There might be some areas of tension, and just taking a moment to stretch those. Noticing any changes in your mind. And if you feel a sense of calm or peace, then I would invite you to carry that through the rest of your day. And finally, opening your eyes and returning your awareness to the room that you're in. And if you've enjoyed this episode, then please do subscribe and consider supporting me on Patreon, where you can access exclusive episodes. If you'd like more content, you can listen to my other podcast, Mindfulness for Beginners, which is available on all good podcast platforms and many of the bad ones too. The link for both is in the description. And may you be happy, may you be peaceful, and may your adventures be joyful. Slán Abhaile, and I'll see you next time.